Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the second part of the topic, the earth and its companions. So the first point for today's discussion is the moon. So you all are very much familiar with the word moon. When do we see the moon? We can see the moon in the sky during the night time. Yes, and this moon is the satellite of our planet Earth. Right, students? So do you know what a satellite means? Yes, here you can see I have written the definition of satellite. A heavenly body that revolves around a planet is called a satellite. And moon is such a heavenly body which keeps revolving around our planet Earth. And so it is our satellite, or we can say it is the satellite of our planet Earth. The moon is the only natural satellite of the Earth. Our Earth is having many other satellites, but these satellites are not natural. They are human made, or we can say they are artificial. But the moon is a natural satellite. It was naturally present in the space. It is a natural satellite of our planet Earth. So it is about 3,84,400 kilometer away from the Earth. So the distance between the Earth and the moon is 3,84,400 kilometer, and it takes about 27.3 days to complete one rotation as well as revolution around the Earth. So it takes about 27.3 days to complete one rotation as well as revolution around the Earth. So you can see how huge this Earth is. It takes about 27.3 days for completing its rotation, that is moving around itself and also revolving around the planet Earth. It takes about 27.3 days. So from this we can imagine how big this moon is. The moon does not have light of its own. So just like other stars, the moon is also not having any light of its own, but it reflects the light of the sun which falls on it. So, and when it reflects this light it reflects the light which falls on it. And whose light falls on the moon? It is the sun's light. And this light we call it as moonlight. But the light which is shown by the moon during the night time is not its own. It is the reflection of the sun's light. And also there are some huge holes on the moon, or we can see on the surface of the moon we have some holes, or we have some debris, and they are called as craters. Craters, craters. So what are craters? The huge holes on the surface of the moon are called as craters. And there is no air on the moon. So those who go on the moon, they have to carry the oxygen cylinder with them because no atmosphere is there on the moon. So students, this was some basic information about the moon. Now we are moving towards the next point, that is phases of the moon. So every day we can see the moon in the sky, right? Except we cannot see it on the new moon day. It is totally dark. But every day when you see the moon in the sky, the moon is not always round. Sometimes it is totally round. Sometimes it is less than the full circle. Some days it is half. Some days it is less than half. So the shape of the moon, it changes every day. So these are called as the phases of the moon. So phases of the moon. So which are the phases? It is new moon, then crescent moon, half moon, gibbous moon, and full moon. So these are the 5 phases of the moon. So during these 5 phases, some changes occur in the moon that we see. So what are these changes? Now I am going to show you the pictures of the phases of the moon, and also I am going to tell you about what changes occur in these various phases. Okay. So students, now let us look at the phases of the moon. Here you can see the first phase is new moon. So here you can see it is totally dark during a new moon. You cannot see any shape of the moon during such new moon day. So what happens during the new moon day? When the moon is between the earth and the sun, we cannot see the moon at all. This is called as new moon. It is dark on the new moon night. So when is a new moon night? On a new moon night, it is totally dark in the sky and the moon is just between the earth and the sky, and so it is not possible for us to see the moon. Such a day is called as new moon day. The next is crescent moon. So here you can see the picture, crescent moon. It is less than half the moon. When we see a small sunlit portion of the moon's surface, it is called as crescent moon. Right? It is having the shape of a crescent. So it is called as crescent moon. The next is half moon. Here you can see the picture. It is exactly the half or the semicircle, we can say. So when we see half of the moon in the sky, it is called as half moon. The next is gibbous moon. So here is a picture. The moon can be seen more than half. So when we see more than half of the moon, it is called as gibbous moon. And the next is full moon. Here you can see totally full moon. Right? We call it Purnima in Marathi. When we see complete moon, it is called as full moon. When the moon can be seen in its total circle, a complete circle, we call it a full moon day. So students, I hope that you have got a better idea of the phases of the moon. Now let us move on to the next point, that is the stars and the constellations. So we can see a lot of stars in the sky during the night time. But what are these stars? The stars are big heavenly bodies that have their own life. So what are stars? Stars are the huge or the big heavenly bodies, and these stars have light of their own. But these stars are at a very far distance from us, and so when we see at them, when we look at them, they appear to us in a very smaller size. Most of the stars are much bigger than the sun. So these stars are so big that they are even bigger than the sun. They look so small because they are very far away from the earth. We can observe stars with the help of a telescope. So many of you might have seen the telescope in some movies or in some serials. So telescope is a machine which helps us to see the heavenly bodies, or which help us to see the various stars in the sky. So stars are there in the sky during day and night also, but because of the brightness of the sunlight, we cannot see the stars during the daytime. We are able to see the stars only at night, because during the daytime the sunlight is brighter than the light of the stars. The stars, they are huge, they are big, they are having light of their own, but the brightness of the sunlight is so much that the stars are not visible to us during the daytime. In the north, we can see a very bright star. So during night time, towards the north direction, we can see a very bright star, a star which is shining very much brightly. That star is called as pole star, or in Hindi and Marathi we also call it Dhruva Tara. So it is only stationary star in the sky. So it is this Dhruva Tara or the pole star, it is the only stationary star in the sky. It helps us to find the north direction. So if we want to find the north direction in the sky, we have to just find for this Dhruva Tara or pole star, because this pole star is always located in the north side of the sky. So earlier, when there were no instruments like magnetic compass, the sailors, it means the people, those who take their ships into the water, what did they do? If they want to find out the directions, they just found out this pole star so that they can easily understand where is the north direction, and once they get the idea of the north direction, they can just understand where the other directions are. So this not the north, but the pole star, it was very helpful when no instruments were there which would help to find out the directions. So some stars are arranged in groups also. So many stars we can see they are shining brightly alone, but there are some stars which are found in groups. They form various types of patterns in the sky. Such group of stars are called as constellations. So some stars are arranged in groups and they form a pattern in the sky, and such group of stars is called as constellations. These constellations, they form patterns of various animals and objects. So in your book on page number 82 you can see pictures of some constellations like Leo, then Orion, right, then Ursa Major and Scorpius. These are some of the constellations. They make the shapes like the lion or a hunter, then great bear and scorpion, and so they on based on the shape they have been given such names. So today you can see in the sky whether you can find out the pole star, that is the Dhruva Tara, or you also can see if you can find some of the constellations as I have mentioned them just now. So today you are going to observe in the sky if you can see any of these, right, the pole star, that is Dhruva Tara, or any of the constellations, and you can enjoy looking at them. So students, this was all about the lesson, the earth and its companion.